You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, everybody? And I low-key got distracted, slightly scared, because right when record came on, it started thundering outside. But good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of season 3 of the Dialed In Show. Good morning, Steven. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good. It is about to seem like a rainy day in Atlanta. What's the weather like in?
It stormed like crazy and last night, yesterday in Dallas. So
I was about to say in Tennessee. I don't know why.
No, not Tennessee. Not Tennessee. It stormed like crazy, but yeah, we're here. I'm really getting tired of all this rain. I know I was talking to Mom. I mean, we're both in drought situations, Georgia and Texas, but I am tired of this rain.
Like, yeah, we dealing with wildfires.
That's weird.
You're right, because every time I kept seeing stuff about it, I was thinking that they were talking about somewhere else, but no, they're talking about here in Georgia. Wildfires.
Wow.
The governor went down there and his wife and everything.
Where was the wildfire? Like Savannah or something?
I believe it's South Georgia. Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about rain. This man was on a United flight. I'm happy he recorded it. And let's look at the video first.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
He said in his comment that water was dripping on him his entire flight. They did not move his seat. They just handed him some napkins.
Nah, that's crazy. The entire flight is wild. I can see
Even if
maybe
it was
for a couple
minutes. You ain't moved me. You ain't, man.
I wonder where was he flying? Like, how long was the flight?
It says in the caption. Let me look now. Dude, I just don't. Can you imagine if that happened to you? Like, what would I'm gonna get a lot of money from United. He said I was soaked from head to undies, literally. Embarrassed is an understatement. I was not moved, but given a few paper towels. And yes, on my entire flight, I was soaked several times. In between, with a constant and quite consistent drip. That's not spilled water. That's your cabin collected air. It's from the AC. I don't know where he's flying.
Man, nah. I told you, I said, that flight attendant would have switched seats with me. I'm about to go sit up there where they sit, and you come sit and get wet.
But you gonna say, I'm the captain now.
Hey, I'm the captain now.
Can you imagine that happening to you though? Like, I don't think people should get caught up in that. Was it the entire flight or not? That happening, like he is drenched. Like, what if he had a meeting to go to once he got off the plane? What if it's so many things? I want some real compensation.
It didn't hurt him. It might have hurt his pride.
You're getting wet on a plane that you paid for.
Right. I also think that the flight must have been full if they didn't let him sit somewhere else. Because it wouldn't have been, no, you let me sit somewhere else. I would have got up and went and sat somewhere else. Like, what are you talking about? And then they could have given him some cups. Like, okay, try and hold it instead of paper towels. Like, I feel bad for Buddy, but I mean,
he posted. Now this could be changed, and y'all keep in mind we're recording this the day before you watch it. He posted, "Still waiting on United to make this right. Thank you for the love I've gotten from all." I think he's in 3 million plus IG cousins, but I cannot accept the bare bottom minimum care any longer. I was not accommodated correctly from the very beginning all the way up until this point. Now, that's what I'm saying. I think they probably was like, "Oh, we're sorry for your inconvenience. Here's a drink voucher."
Y'all, would you, and he didn't do this, well, I don't think he did, but he didn't do this. What if you were sitting next to or across from a person that was happening to, and they
would you give up your seat?
No. And they said, "I'll give $100 cash right now to anybody who will come swap seats with me."
No.
I think I would, especially depending on time of month. I think I would. I'd be like, you know what?
Why?
Especially if I'm just going back home. I'm
You are not. Why would you volunteer to get water dripped on you?
I'm not volunteering. I'm getting paid to. I'm getting paid to $100, especially the end of the month for me. The way end of the month set up, I like right now.
You know how much he about to get from United Airlines?
They gonna give him a free flight. That
Not with all that social media reaction. It's gonna be more than a free flight. Trust me.
Look, so I this morning, I don't know what I'm thinking about this. This morning I went to Quick Trip and you know, you're getting coffee and multiple people are getting coffee and stuff. And so you kind of walking around each other. So this lady, I'm in one part of the coffee getting station where you put the sugar and everything. And then there's another one. Well, on one side, the straws are far away, but there was the other side where the straws were closer to me. She was on the side where the straws were further away. Why lady walk up right at the moment when I move to go to the other side? So I'm opening the straw and I see her looking at me. And so I look at her and I smile. I said, "Good morning." She said, "You don't want to be next to me?" I said, "Huh?" She said, "Was I in your way or something? Because when I walked over here, you moved." I said, "I was coming to get a straw." She said, oh, okay. She said, I thought you didn't want to be next to me or something.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, lady, I'm not thinking about you. And I had to remember that my church was down the street. Because I'm about to say, don't nobody care about you like that.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about her.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Oh, maybe
now, there is a proposal that would require new cars, allegedly, to have technology that will monitor your eyes to tell if you're distracted, if you're not looking, if you are intoxicated, and it will cut the car off. One, I don't think this is realistic. And if it's in new cars, okay, you know how long that will take to get like everyone to have a Dallas area Republican member of Congress said, people didn't sign up for the government to spy on them in their cars, which or hacked. It could be hacked. Do you even think this is realistic to have?
Oh, well, I think, let me first preface this by saying this. I don't want nobody to come for me. I understand those who, have lost loved ones, parents, children, all that kind of stuff to, drunk driving and everything like that. So I'm not minimizing that because I'm sure those are the people who are probably pushing for this. I'm not minimizing that. So I get that. That's horrible.
But it's even turning it off for distracted driving. Like if you're not looking at the road.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm not trying to, what I'm about to say is not negating that there is a real issue that exists. I'm not saying that. All right, now that we got that out the way. My biggest thing for it is privacy. I'm with that legislature, whoever you said, that already, I can't imagine what life is going to be like 30, 40, 50 years from now. Already, everybody who has a Google Home or an Alexa or even your phone, whether it's the government or not, I'm not necessarily trying to participate in conspiracy theories, but somebody's listening. And here's part of
already listening.
Yeah, here's part of the proof. You ever been talking about something and then you get on your phone and you see it? It's like it's listening to you. So that I think we've kind of gotten used to that and just having to accept it. You're not about to be listening and watching you.
Congressman Brandon Gill from Texas said the American people didn't buy a car to get carjacked by their own government, is what he said.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I don't think it's realistic.
I'm not in favor of that. Now, my car, it hadn't done it in a while, so maybe I'm driving better. If it feels like I'm not paying attention, it'll literally pop up a picture of coffee and tell me you need to take a break.
But isn't that distraction? So I got to look down at this picture of coffee. Isn't that distracting?
It puts it where the speed is. It's no different than looking at the speed. But
that's distracting. But
I think that I'm not for that. I wouldn't vote for it. If I was in the I would not vote for that. This is
Congress. This isn't a state.
That's
All
such an
right.
invasion of privacy.
Now to the topic that I'm pretty sure we're going to spend a lot of time on. Okay, we got to take this in bite-sized pieces. The White House Correspondents' Center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you get that first clip? I know you got the eating clip. I didn't see you preview the other clip where they're pulling JD Vance away.
Oh no, I didn't see that one. I've seen it, but I didn't see that in the notes.
Oh, well, okay. So y'all have heard. So the White House Correspondents' Dinner is an event every year that the White House Press Association has, Correspondents Association has, and the president technically is a guest every year. President Trump decided to come this year, bring his entire bunch of cabinet members.
The first time ever, right?
What,
that
Trump?
he's ever gone.
Yeah. So it was a big deal for the fact that he was going to be there. An individual with multiple weapons ran through the metal detectors and tried to get inside the ballroom. He did not get inside the ballroom. He did allegedly shoot a Secret Service agent whose vest protected him, and then they subdued the suspect without killing him.
Yeah.
Do you have the video?
Yeah, I would say it's about to come up now with
But we're just going to recap, refresh y'all's mind.
All right. Probably shouldn't have done that. I want them to see if we have it. All right.
I don't know why they did JD Vance out before the president.
Where's it at?
All right.
So side note to what you said, I don't know how many of y'all heard, Stephen. Lord, it is so dark outside.
You're acting like it's gonna come through the window.
No, it's like it just all of a sudden got so dark outside. I hope the internet and stuff stays on.
You got the storm we got. It was bad.
Steven said when the video was playing, wondering why they took JD Vance out first. I was watching CNN right after all this was happening. Y'all, side note, I'm back in the game. I can watch TV again now. I have YouTube TV again. I've been enjoying it, especially watching all these basketball games, but I've been enjoying it. What I've been doing is watching the games and then watching CNN and then going to sleep.
Oh, okay.
And I watch a little Fox because, I like to watch both sides a little bit, but I can't watch it too long. That same question was asked, and some man, he said that they have two separate teams.
Correct.
Right. And so he was like, don't read into that. He said that JD Vance team, which to me,
they were just closer to him, basically.
But that still raises concerns to me because he said JD Vance team just got to him faster.
They did. He was closer to the end of the table.
I don't give a doggone. You should have had somebody.
JD Vance was pulled out, like Trump was still sitting there.
See,
but I think the protocol was for that big gun guy to get in front of the podium first and then move him.
But it just, I don't
know. Keep in mind, the person didn't get in the room. The person was already taken down.
But
so
still, this is my thing.
They didn't have to rush to pull him out.
But I think they did. This is my thing. This is my thing. If you gonna rush. If you're not, then don't. Like if so, to me, the amount of time that happened between the gunshot and them actually getting to Trump.
Yeah.
Because there was a gap of time where they didn't know if the person was by himself.
Correct.
If there was somebody in that ballroom, Trump would have got shot.
Could have.
But let me, and this is me. Everything I'm about to say after this is me. This is not Steven. So people who employ Steven, this is not him. This is me.
They're gonna say I'm still on the screen.
This is me. I'm not trying to minimize these things that are taking place when it comes to our president in our country. All these assassination attempts. I'm not trying to minimize it. But y'all, can we be candid for a second? First of all presidents receive threats. That's normal. All presidents receive threats. Reagan got shot. Lincoln got shot. Kennedy got shot. I don't know who else. Or somebody got stabbed, I think. But all right. All these people either died or it was very clear that they got shot. So here's what I mean. Y'all, Trump, a nan day from the day it happened to this day, do you see a scar on his ear?
Correct.
Okay. Second, how in the world did they not kill that man on Saturday night?
Man, that's what I don't get. Well, and you know, when breaking news happens, the first thing that you hear is always not the accurate thing, because they said he was killed.
That is what they said, because that's what makes sense.
Yeah, I just find it interesting when law enforcement on all levels decide to shoot somebody and then don't decide to shoot somebody, because I've seen local situations where it would have been a justified shoot for an officer to shoot someone, and they don't shoot the person. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Because what I'm saying is, if you are working security that night,
and
you have the president of the United States in the building, and not just him, you have the vice president,
you have
half the
line
cabinet.
of succession. You had the FBI director, you had the attorney general, you had
all these people. And
I think the Speaker of the House was there.
And somebody runs through the metal detector with a long gun, and you don't shoot him. That don't make sense.
On 60 Minutes, President Trump said he ran so fast. He said the NFL should pick him up.
Okay, so yeah, let him out of jail, Trump, so he can go be a running back
for the Falcons.
That's crazy. I just think they really did. They drew their guns extremely fast.
Yeah.
And
he did run through that thing fast.
He did flying. He was flying. But
because when the video first was released, I was like, was that an agent or was that the suspect? Like I thought that was like an agent running.
But this is my thing. I can see a situation with one officer not shooting. Like if it's just one officer and then suspect. But it was a bunch of them around.
Yeah.
None of them was trigger happy that night. Like it don't. And how you so easily, even though I know they said Secret Service agent was hit in the vest, but how is he so easily taken down?
That part yet.
It just don't make sense to me. And then
but we also haven't seen that part yet. I would assume it's a camera.
And then I'm not saying Wolf Blitzer is lying, but
I think he was a little traumatized.
But an agent jumped on you to protect you.
I think they pushed him down.
The way he said an agent jumped on me and laid on me for
his
story
was kind of evolving too.
Yeah,
I think he was
slightly. I'm like,
shocked.
This story ain't making sense, bro.
Well, and then what? And I knew a couple of people who were there. But what was interesting, and you said you were about CNN that night, Sarah Seidner, who was outside, she was saying, I just showed this and got through and blah, 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 blah. And then Wolf was like, oh, it's so secure. Like I saw multiple people say, until you really got to a certain point, it was not
secure,
hard to get through. So that I think people were emotional and in the moment.
And here's the thing,
natural.
I'm glad you said that, because that Sarah Snyder lady, she was not emotional.
But she been through a lot too.
Well, and she said that, and she said she was like this. But I think that the thing she said, to your point, you can get very far into the building, without going through security, because they said it was still operating like a normal hotel, because people were coming in and out. Which I think, okay, that's crazy.
It's one of the most secure hotels in the country.
Clearly not.
It is. I'm not gonna let you put that on them. It is.
What I'm saying is, okay, so how did this man get that far? So nobody from the front door till he gets.
I think they said he assembled the gun. I think he had it on him.
Why this particular night wasn't metal detectors?
Everyone did go through metal detectors. It's phases of
everybody in the building.
It's phases of layers of security. Just to walk in the building, you didn't need to go through a metal detector.
That's what I'm saying. I think you should have. This night, you got all of our country's leaders in the building. This night, I think you should have. This night, it should have been locked down like the White House. Like, nobody's coming in and out without going through security. of the building, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I just think you don't miss death allegedly this many times.
So Peter Ducey from is his name Peter Ducey? Yeah, from Fox at that press conference that Trump had. I think every president would have talked, but I mean, look, people criticize Trump, but at least the man sat there and took questions after.
Even from not everybody, but from everybody. He told
and he was being nice to people. Peter Ducey said, "Mr. President, with all due respect, why do you think this keeps happening to you?"
And then he told me because I'm doing great things. Like if he had not been doing great things, that this wouldn't happen to him. I don't know. If they had killed the man, when they put this whole plot together, they should have killed the man because it would have been more believable. If they had killed him, I would have believed.
Why are you? See, there you go, being conspiracy.
I'm saying it just does not make sense.
Well, a lot of stuff in 2026 don't make sense. All right, so to a lighter part of this weird story, a TV agent, I believe he's Wolf Blitzer TV agent. This man was unbothered. Take a look.
Everyone else ducked for cover. This guy kept eating his salad, and now many people online are fascinated by his seemingly calm response. Turns out it's Michael Glantz with Creative Artists Agency, who's known as a super agent in the TV news industry. He represents people like CNN's Wolf Blitzer and Christiane Amanpour. He told White House Correspondents Insider he wasn't scared at all and didn't want to miss the show. So why didn't Glantz get on the floor like most everyone else? According to him, he's a hygiene freak who has a bad back. A video of the moment on X now has more than 10 million views. A colleague of his even replied to one of the viral posts, quote, "Cool under pressure, well-nourished, and making us proud." CNN has reached out to Glantz for comment.
I mean, I know you would have hit the floor, but he was like, "I got a bad back." I mean, honestly, to be very honest with you, especially someone who's lived life, and he said he's from New York and stuff. If you know you're in the most secure room in the world, why would you freak out?
I think I actually might not have freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
I view it in two ways.
I would have been recording.
Yeah, I view it in two ways. One, I thought I was in the most secure room, but clearly not, because how in the world did somebody shoot a gun?
Again, the person did not get in the room.
The
shot was not in the room.
I get that, but why was there a gunshot in this building?
Agreed, but it was not in the room. So you don't know until you're in the situation. So I don't want to belittle anyone's reaction or emotion. But again, you would, I think for someone like him, he's like, I'm in the same room as the president and the vice president. If they get shot, we're all going to get shot type thing. Like, I think he was just like,
I think
feel
the
safe.
reason why I probably would have been calm is because clearly the gunshot wasn't in the room. Like
Trump said he thought it was a pan.
Right.
A tray.
So the only person who was up there on the stage that peeped it was Melania. Melania was like, she said what? Look,
but did you see Trump's face? Someone made a meme, was like, "Is this your first time?"
Melania was like, "Now see, I don't be at this stuff." She said, "I get," and she got down. Melania was like, "Oh no," because I'm sure that table was probably bulletproof, but
no one.
So I just think that
I think that podium is bulletproof though.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a lot of slow movement. Then when you looked at a lot of the people in the cabinet, even though they say that Kennedy was scared, but well, I probably really should say this, but
don't. Nope. Move on. Nope.
I was just thinking, if I was like on his detail in an emergency moment like this, God forbid you need him to like tell you something. He'd be like, "Ninja, speak." Be like, sir, are you hit? And he can't tell you yes or no. Like, man, put me on somebody else's detail.
Oh my God. Moving on to our last topic. President Trump is really pushing for this. So, ICE, Immigration Custom Enforcement. Well, President Trump wants to rename ICE to NICE, National Immigration Customs Enforcement.
Such propaganda.
What is the propaganda?
It'll work for a little while, but they're trying to trick, in particular, these kids. They're trying to trick people. It's trying to get in people's minds, but especially kids. If they know what the word nice means, they might think, oh, this is a nice police officer. It'll work for a second, but then they'll realize what's going on. They'll be like, oh no, it's fake. This is catfishing.
You think so?
Yeah. It's brilliant though. And here's the thing. Stuff like this, and I'm sure sometimes other people do, but stuff like this, Trump be coming up with on his own.
Yeah, for sure.
He was sitting somewhere one day and said, you know what? They are nice people. How about we call it nice?
Before we started taping, I was watching some more of that 60 Minutes interview. It's just interesting the colorful language that he adds to a statement. He was talking about the agents rushing in. He said he saw the Secret Service rush in, and he said, I saw strong, very strong, attractive. Like, what is attractive got to do with saving your life?
Man. But shout out to them though. They're willing to literally take a bullet for that.
Yeah.
Man. The way
any president, don't say for that man.
Well,
for any
president. For any president. They to literally stand in front of him.
Yeah.
And you don't know if another bullet's coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have lost my job that night. I've been like, I'm not the one about to stand
Michael,
in front
you
of
would not ever be able to have that job, so you ain't got to worry about that.
I'm not about to stand in
They're
front
gonna
of
say in training, they're gonna come up to Mike and say, now like if something happens, you're supposed to throw your body in front. You're gonna be like, do what?
I'll drive the car. Let me do that. But I know standing between him and a bullet, no. And to show you,
said I'll drive the car,
and to show you the duty to your country.
Yeah,
that you'll do that from one president to another.
Yeah,
regardless of political affiliation. Yeah. That's
and you have to really look. I mean, those people, like their background checks and tests must just be crazy because there is still a human inside of these people, right? There's still one of these presidents they protected. They don't agree with everything they did, but they're still professional in doing their job. That's a test of love to your country for real, like because this stuff that some presidents do that pisses people off.
To me, and I've always wondered this. How has a Secret Service agent never killed a president?
That's what I'm saying. That's the vetting process and the what they go through has to be so
because
intense that they know, okay, this person is not going to be compromised to do something dumb. Is what you're saying, like in the movies, like when the White House down, that person's not gonna flip on his country
because it seems like that would be the easiest way to get the president because they're literally right next to him with a gun. But
I mean, it's shout out to them for protecting our country.
I also have never understood, like, if I was, and I know you have to do it. Trump don't like doing it because he's so nice and nasty. You have to shake hands and everything. But I remember when Hillary Clinton came to the college that I attended, and I was like, she had my phone. I was right next to her. I for sure would have lost my life, but if I knew how, I could have snapped her neck. Like what I'm saying is, I think so much of it is just you just praying that nothing happens.
Yeah, of course. But now things are going crazier and crazier. And I do agree with the president and other people when they say, okay, but you can't just let that stop you from doing a rope line like Hillary Clinton did at your school, or stop you from having events like President Trump said, well, I'm gonna be just being in a bunker. Like, no. Like, it's true. You just gotta keep going. All right, I'm gonna inform y'all that we're probably gonna take spring break next week. I go on vacation, but we'll see if we make things work. But we'll see y'all same time, maybe not next week.
Yeah, same time, same place in a month.
It's not gonna be a month. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.